another episode of the Off the Pine podcast. I am here with my good friend Trig, and it is Jack speaking. And we're here to
the hottest topic of the night. Where's Kendrick Perkins? I'm coming for you, dog. I'm coming for you, Perk.
I think Kendrick Perkins had a lot to say about the MVP race. He was insinuating that the writers are racist.
Dirk didn't deserve to win his MVP. Steve Nash didn't deserve his.
He alluded to Dirk and Steve Nash. Ironically, he didn't allude to Bird. I guess I can see where Perk is coming from, but
I will say Steve Nash, I'll give him the one. The year that Kobe averaged 35, he should have won back-to-back. He deserved one of them. Dirk, when he won, it was on a 67-win team, the best player on that team that went to the finals that year. So cut the shit.
He deserved that one for sure.
The third straight year, we are in a two-man race between Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic.
Well, it's funny because I feel like that's how everyone feels, but NBA has Joel fourth on their ladder right now.
I disagree. I think it's a two-man race. I think Tatum's fallen off. He hasn't had a good second half of the year.
I would say it is Jokic and Joel at 1 and 2. Giannis is sniffing at 3, and Tatum and Luka are hanging out at 4 and 5.
I think Giannis probably should be closer looped into this discussion. You can make a really good argument that Giannis is number 2 over Joel. You can make a really strong argument, to be honest. I think that's why I'm like really shocked that it's like.
I mean, Giannis won back-to-back, correct? Before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and he won Defensive Player of the Years.
Why did Giannis not win the third year? Voter fatigue. It was all said. It was like, oh, he's not going to win this third MVP because he hasn't been able to prove it in the playoffs yet. And that's why he did not win the third straight MVP. And then I think he went.
Giannis is averaging 31. Giannis is averaging like 32 and 12 right now.
Dude, I think I think this is so good for the league because I feel like 5 or 6 years ago, let's just say when the Warriors won their first championship in 2015, we watched this team that went away from the big center, big power forward, and they were shooting threes and they were smaller. And it was like, well, what's going to happen to big men in the NBA? And I feel like I at least thought that's how it was going to go. And I was like, well, the Wolves just drafted Karl-Anthony Towns. It sucks. Oh my goodness. Like we need it. Like big men are gone. But Jokic, Embiid,
it's a big man's game now.
They brought it back. And this is so good for the league. The league needs powerful big men. And I think it's tough. This has been Jokic's best season of the last 3. So I think that's a tough part where it's like, I think Joel really has a good case. Embiid has a strong case.
It's a great case, man. But here's the main argument point. The Denver is first in the West with Michael Porter Jr., who has been in and out. Jamal Murray coming back from a torn ACL. We have Caldwell Pope having his most efficient year ever. We have Aaron Gordon having his most efficient year ever. You can be Joel, he's averaging he's been down. He's averaging 33 and 10. Okay, Jokic is literally averaging a triple-double, and he's stat padding. Bro, he's shooting 63% from the field and 40 from fucking deep. That is literally, he's having a 60-40 season. When was the last time we've seen anyone do that? And again, he's breaking every efficiency
I don't think
ranking.
It's ever happened. I think it's the first time a player has ever averaged 60% from the field and 40% from deep on the scoring volume that he's at.
And I mean, he's breaking every efficiency record again. The Nuggets have the most efficient offense in NBA history. They have the best offensive rating in NBA history, I believe.
Yeah, let's see. Jokic is the first player in NBA history to average over 60 from the field and over 40 from 3 on a minimum of 2 3-point attempts a game in a full season. They have the second highest offensive rating in NBA history.
Okay, but
first is the Kings this year, which shows how crazy they've been playing.
Yeah, So you got and like that is Jokic, man. Jokic is the engine of that team.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I mean, yeah, records. I'm sorry, but records matter in MVP voting, and they're a part. They are a part of the equation. And I mean, James, like Joel has James Harden, the perfect point guard to go with him. What does Jokic have? Jamal Murray is not a pass first kind of guy. Like, I mean, yeah, Philly's sitting third in the East. That's great, but Denver's tied for the best record in the league right now. I think they're a half game behind Milwaukee.
It's I
It's
think what
so
it is,
tough.
it's like your heart wants it to be Joel Embiid because how well he's played the last couple of years, just like
Yeah.
the process and everything he's rebounded from. And I in my heart, I want Joel to win it just because I grew up in an era, or we grew up in an era where players don't win back-to-back MVPs. Players don't win more than one. Like a lot of players don't win. Kobe only had one MVP. Shaq had one MVP. Maybe he had two. No, I think he only had one. But all the best players in the league, they don't go back to back. Steve Nash went, and then Giannis. And besides that, it's like back to backs don't happen often.
Yeah, a three-peat would be insane, and it would get a lot of people mad.
But at some point, it's like someone's just gonna have to take it from Jokic. Jokic is gonna keep
Yeah.
getting better, and he's like, imagine next year if MPJ plays the full season, Jamal Murray's fully healthy, and they're the number one team in the West again, and he's averaging 24, 10, and 12. Like he's not gonna get any worse. He's only gonna get better. And teams and players, if you want the MVP award, you're gonna have to go take it from him. And the only two people that are
Yeah, I wonder
able
Joel and
to,
Giannis.
it's Joel and Giannis are the only two that can do it. And I really thought this could have been Joel's season going into the year. I really wanted it to be Joel. And if Joel wins it, it just shows that voter fatigue is a thing, and the league does not want there to be another three-time in a row MVP. And that's fine. The lead, voters will make their decisions. This is only a regular season award anyway, so MVPs are important.
That's
But
the thing. That's the key. And people like Perk tries to like include, oh, he hasn't gone far in the playoffs. Yeah, okay, neither has Joel. I mean, the pressure was on Giannis when Giannis wasn't getting far enough when he won those back-to-back MVPs, but he ended up going to get his finals. The same treat. LeBron had the same exact treatment. I mean,
that's the thing that happens when you win the MVP. If you haven't had playoff success, they say, "Oh, now okay, great, you won the MVPs. Go out and prove it in the playoffs."
but it's a regular season award.
But that's not exactly. And and Jokic has been the best player in this regular season.
And he goes out and plays every night.
Every night, doesn't have injury problems. The man looks like he got scratched up by a lion out there some nights. His arms are bleeding. He has these huge scars on his big burly arms. And it's like this dude's going to battle every night. And
it's hard. It's gonna be hard. If you had to cast a vote today, who would be your pick?
I mean, it would have it's to be. I mean, it'll be interesting to see Jokic.
Say it.
It's Jokic. It's Jokic.
Yeah, say it.
It is Nikola Jokic.
It is. My
heart doesn't want him to win. My heart doesn't want him to win, but he's been the best player this season.
And I mean, I love people seeing getting rattled up about this shit, and I kind of just love being a fucking hater. So I just I'm so about Jokic winning 3 in a row. I think it's just so funny to see an unathletic Serbian man just winning 3 MVP. But the numbers, I mean, the numbers, and the other arguments, defense, Joel's great defensively, but Jokic hasn't been horrible on defense. He's getting over a steal a night.
I mean, Joel is definitely a better defender.
Yeah.
And
his team is better talent around him. Imagine if Jokic was on a team with Harden, Tyrese Maxey, and D'Anthony Melton and Tobias. Imagine what Jokic would turn these dudes into. Do you think if you put Joel and Nuggets, are they the best team in the league? That's the question for the public. If you put Joel on that Nuggets team this year with all the injuries and shit they've had, and even the last couple of years, where would that Nuggets team be?
That's an amazing question. I think they would be damn good, but I do
If
not
you
think
put
they'd be
Jokic on the Sixers, where would they be?
regular season wise. I think they would have very similar records, but I would imagine that a Jokic led team would have more wins than a Joel Embiid led team. I'm not. I don't think it's like much though. I think the gap
Yeah.
between them is very like it's a small gap, but
I really hope they do change the All NBA structure to where Joel can finally get a first team All NBA.
yeah, Joel needs to be first team All NBA with Jokic alongside Dame, Luca.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? What is this? What is this water we're getting into? You
Okay.
mean alongside Tatum, you gotta figure out a way where 4 front court players can get in the first team because it should be Tatum, Giannis, Joel, and Jokic, and then put Luca in there.
I don't know. Dame has had one of the best individual seasons that I've
I don't give a
seen.
fuck. He's sitting at the bottom of the fucking West. I could give a damn about his season. Wait, that's a topic for another day. But those other guys are going to be in the playoffs, or Dame will not. That's all. This is all NBA. This ain't the All Star game. That shit matters. That shit matters, my guy.
All
Oh,
right.
that was okay, Jack. You kind of strayed into some interesting waters in an episode that might be coming up sooner rather than later.
Hey, I am all for the I'm also I'm for the Dame first team. I'm for it. I am give it to me.
I'll give you a nugget. I thought about it, but I don't know. Like I said, we'll get to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
we're
think
getting to it.
I think he may have lost a few too many games to get there, but we'll definitely get it. I mean, I feel like this wraps. We can wrap it up.
Yeah, we're both on the same page. It's Jokic's award, and until someone plays better than him, it's gonna keep going to him. Well, thank you to everyone for listening. And just remember, there's no more riding the bench. It's Jack and Trig, and we're off the pod.